Hi guys, and welcome back to Love English. Today's lesson, 15 business idioms to help you in the workplace. But wait, if you're not interested in learning business idioms, still keep watching. Although these idioms are specifically related to work and jobs, it doesn't mean that we don't use them in general everyday English. They are still incredibly useful to know. Now, before we get started, I have got an incredible offer for you from our sponsors, Lingoda. Lingoda are an online learning academy. That means that you can learn with native qualified professional teachers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you want to learn general English or indeed business English, Lingoda might just be the platform for you. And this offer might mean that you can get a free English course. Thousands of people have already learned a language with Lingoda. This includes not only English, but Spanish, French, German. They really do have so many languages to choose from. By signing up today for their 3-month language marathon, you could have the chance of getting all 100% of your course fees back. That is a refund on all your money. So when does the marathon start? It is the 21st of January 2019, which might seem like a long way away, but it's really not. The marathon runs through until the 20th of April 2019. So that is, again, 3 months. You have to participate in an agreed number of classes to qualify for the full refund. So listen very carefully to this next bit. You must attend the full 30 classes for each month over 3 months for the full marathon and 15 classes for each month for the half marathon. If you do for any reason miss one of these classes, then you will no longer qualify for the full refund money back at the end of the course. Now, Love English have a special offer for you. You can save $4.50 off the enrollment fee. That means you're paying 50 cents rather than the €5. Simply enter the code STUDY12 when you click the link in the description box and follow through signing up to the Lingoda Marathon. Alternatively, you can save 10% off your course if you choose the Pay Now option. This will allow you to receive your first set of credits upfront and book your classes straight away. Lingoda really is a fast, convenient and effective way to learn a language and to fit around your schedule. So click the description box below to find the link and the voucher code that will take you through to the Lingoda Marathon sign up. The classes are tailored to your exact language learning needs, which means you can specify what kind of language you want to learn, whether you want to focus on improving your grammar, your fluency, your pronunciation. Lingoda can provide a tailored experience. I took the opportunity not long ago of having a Spanish lesson, and as a former online language teacher, I was massively impressed by how professional and organized, structured these lessons were. I really felt that I was having an interactive, interesting language learning experience. This really is a great way to kickstart your new year, to get motivated to get started, and for 2019 to be the year you become fluent in English. Now, I think it's time we got on with the lesson. 15 business idioms that we use in day-to-day English. Idiom number 1, to get your foot in the door. We'd often say this when you get a job, usually not your ideal job, starting to work at a company where you can work your way up and get promoted. I always wanted to work for that company and I finally got my foot in the door. Number 2, sounds like a food idiom, but it actually is referring to business. A slice of the pie. To share money, profits, the benefits of a business venture. So he really wanted to have his slice of the pie, meaning he wanted to have his share of the money, most probably. The company made really big profits and they all wanted a slice of the pie. We really do like pies in English. Number 3 is to have a finger in every pie. This describes a person who has multiple interests in many different businesses. Often in a negative way, people might not approve of this. He's interested in every aspect of the industry. He's got a finger in every pie. Number 4, and I really do like this one, to hold the fort. If you ask somebody to hold the fort, you are simply asking them to take control and responsibility for a temporary period of time. A fort was traditionally a castle, a fortress where people could not enter, and it was protected by, I don't know, people with bows and arrows. However, in this situation, we're talking about the business or shop, perhaps. While the boss is out of the office, I have to hold the fort. So to have a responsibility for a place, a situation, possibly someone, while another person is unavailable. Number 5, red tape. Something that I don't think any of us enjoy. Red tape is often the rules, the official rules that can actually delay things. They're usually very complicated rules that can cause a lot of problems and really slow the business process down. You have to go through endless red tape to start up a business. Number 6 is nice and simple, to get the ball rolling. And this simply means to get something started, whether it is a project or setting up a business. Come on, let's get the ball rolling and get the investment money we need. So let's start the project. Let's get the ball rolling. Now, often in business, you need to be on time. And rather than say, don't be late, or exactly 1 o'clock, people will say 1 o'clock sharp. That means exactly at that time, not a minute before, not a minute after. So when we use the adjective sharp when related to time, we are talking about being very, very punctual. Meeting is starting at 1 o'clock sharp. Money, money, money. There is lots of it in business. At least there is if you're making a profit. And the expression a ballpark figure means around about. We don't know the exact amount of, often, money. It is an approximation, around abouts. Could you give me a ballpark figure on costs? Could you give me a rough, an approximate number? Number 9, bottom line. Ooh, that rhymed. Native speakers use this to draw things to a conclusion. The bottom line is, he really isn't good at his job. So this is kind of coming down to basics, to the essentials. That is how it is. The bottom line could also refer to a company's, a business's net earnings. That's the money after paying taxes and costs. So what the profit is that they make after everything else has been taken out of the equation. So the bottom line. But the first one, I think, is probably one of the nicest ways to use the idiom. The bottom line is, you need business idioms. To put something in black and white means that you really do want something in writing, which can be very important in business for, well, many legal reasons. Thinking about this logically, a piece of paper is usually white and the writing is usually black, particularly if it's been typed. So if you have a verbal agreement with somebody, you might say, okay, but I need this in black and white. It means they want it to be written down. Now, of course, black and white can also refer to things being very clear, right and wrong. So in this case, it's a more general idiom, but in business, we're actually referring to the paper, something being written down, almost contractual. Now, number 11, I actually think might be more of an American idiom. I don't hear it used as often in the UK. To blow a deal, to blow a deal. Now, in this case, when you blow a deal, it means you've ruined it. You've destroyed the deal and it's not going to happen. So that means that the business agreement that was in place has now been taken apart, destroyed. The business won't go ahead. He blew the deal and lost us the contract. Number 12, a cash cow. Now, obviously, cows don't usually have cash. They provide milk. In this case, we're kind of using it as a metaphor to say that something is providing a lot of money. So a product or service that produces an abundance, a lot of profit for the business. This investment could be a cash cow. We could make a lot of money. Number 13 is really referring to business competition, Dog eat dog. Now, that doesn't sound great, but it does emphasize how vicious and competitive business can be. Often thinking about people, companies only thinking of themselves and not caring if they destroy the competition. The only rule in this industry is dog eat dog. Number 14 is flat out. Now, this is a great expression to refer to somebody that has been working non-stop without stopping and really is now exhausted, which is a bit how I feel this week. I have been working flat out, really early in the morning till late at night, and I need a break. So I've been working all week because I've got a deadline Friday. I've been working flat out. Number 15, our final idiom, to be snowed under, which is a great idiomatic expression for this time of year. When you are snowed under, you literally have so much work that you feel you are underneath and have all the pressure, and you've got all this work on top of you that you have to do. I've been so snowed under at work. I don't seem to be able to get it all done. Right, guys, I hope those business idioms were useful and you will try using them in your workplace, or indeed, like I said, comment below in the description box. Don't forget to, of course, subscribe if you haven't already, sign up for notifications, and click that like button. If you really did enjoy this lesson, then let us know so that we can provide more business idioms for you.